So my grandson's in the back in his car seat screaming bloody murder, and he doesn't stop screaming, so I know he's okay.
Right.
Then I look beside me, and my mother had been ejected out of her seatbelt in the back and went through the middle seats, and her head was laying on the dash, and she was looking up, having seizures.
Oh my God.
And so I was freaking out about that. Then my son, who was also in the back seat, got thrown into the front of the car on top of my mother and was laying on his side with his face facing me. He was not breathing, and his eyes were big, and his mouth was like just looking at me, and he was not breathing for like a whole minute. And I started freaking out because, all these people, I think they're all dead.
Right.
And then I start to try to see my daughter because she was in the passenger seat. And I looked over and I didn't see anybody there. And I thought she had gotten thrown out of the vehicle, and I was freaking out. I said, oh my gosh, Whitney. Oh, she's thrown out of the car. So finally I took the left side of my body and pushed myself up and looked over my mom and my son. And my daughter was down like this, and I could just see the back of her auburn hair. And I knew she was, down like this. And she wasn't making any sound. So I thought, well, she's unconscious. At least she's in the car, right? Because I was really terrified. And so about that time, my son just woke up and took a deep breath and started screaming.